Hello! 10-second update on where videos are. I'm moving over to DaVinci Resolve, which is a video editor, instead of Adobe Premiere, which is another video editor. We're gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna be trying to get out more videos soon. I'd like to get a better, healthier schedule, and I'd like to just make the changes and get things out, now, rather than keep procrastinating it. So forgive me, we'll get on that soon. Anyway, this thing came out like 10 minutes ago. It's a roadmap for 2023. Do I think that they're going to do a good job with this roadmap? No, but let's take a look at what they're saying. Welcome to 2023 Nights. By the way, I haven't read this yet. We are doing a recap of changes to the game in the month of January. We will also be providing a brief update of what you can expect throughout the next year for Chivalry 2. Featured events. This year, Chivalry 2 will be hosting limited time queues that will appear on the play menu. So far we've had Last Team Standing and free-for-all queues to choose from. You can expect a new option to be playable this coming February. Currently running until February 13th is the new 40-player archer-only mode, bow and crossbow, game mode called Volley. Volley is on 3 maps, Fallmire, Gallancourt, and Wardenglade. If you haven't played this, allow me to just clue you in. This is probably the worst game mode of anything I've ever played, and it's not because I don't like archers, it's because it's fucking boring. It's really badly designed. It has nothing to do with that I don't like archers. If it was fun, I would like it, but it's not fun. And that's why it's dead. Map rotation changes. In case you missed our social posts about it, we recently made 2 changes to the maps appearing in various matchmaking queues. First, FFA Hippodrome has been removed from the free-for-all map rotation. I'm sure the free-for-all community is very happy, because that map sucks so bad that they've removed it out of almost everything. Additionally, the frequency of Assault on Thyax Stronghold has been reduced in 64 and 40 player by 75%, and reduced the Mounted Warfare queue and the Training Grounds by 50%. We have seen player concerns and are in the process of reviewing performance issues with the Stronghold map. We hope to provide information about this in a future update. Do not hold your fucking breath. In progress for 2023, the thing they promised like 2 years ago. Cross-platform parties. This year for sure, guys. Buckle up. New team objective and free-for-all maps. The free-for-all maps will probably still have the worst spawns I've ever seen. Can't wait. New campaigns featuring new weapons, armors, and much more. I'm sure those armors and other cosmetic options will totally be worth it, and we'll have all of the customization options we hope. They're not gonna. The heraldry's not gonna do fucking anything. New weapon types. Disclaimer, the above forecast is all in active development and is not exhaustive. However, development work may be subject to change or delays. Yeah, I fucking bet they will. Currently one of the most anticipated features for Chivalry 2, the team remains hard at work to finally release cross-platform parties to our players this year. Coming December 31st, 2023. New campaign passes. This year, we will continue our campaign pass system that will feature many new weapon skins, armors, and more for you to unlock just by playing Chivalry 2. Both free and premium campaign passes will be available. New campaign pass won't override or replace old campaign passes, and more than one campaign pass can be active at a time. They are raking in the money, aren't they? Now look, I'm not the boss of you. You can do whatever you want, okay? I want you to listen to me, okay? You can do whatever you want. I am not the boss of you. If I can recommend anything to you right now, please do not purchase the premium currency passes, okay? They do not fucking deserve it, okay? Please. But you do what you want. If you really like a piece of armor in that pass, by all means, go buy it. But just, yeah, please, really consider it. New maps. This year, Chivalry 2 is excited to bring you multiple new maps. These new playable maps will include team objective maps of an impressive scale and additional free-for-all maps as well. New weapon types. We're planning on adding multiple brand new weapon types to the game as part of our content updates this year. Stay tuned for more information here on which weapons you can expect to see in 2023. It's going to be a great year for Chivalry 2, and we're just getting started. Okay. Whatever you say. Well, I mean, maybe it'll be better soon. So, what do I think about all this? Just to give my thoughts. The fact that they didn't even make any new screenshots for these tells a bit of a story. However, I don't want to just, be too negative on this, but I'm being fair here. There is basically nothing in here to show for. This is all a bunch of promises for a roadmap that they've already proven they can't stay up to date with. What else does this mean? I think Torn Banner is not trustworthy. I was talking to somebody about this actually last night, and I had talked about how in Chivalry 1, if you haven't seen it or played it, they did a lot of what they're doing right now, where they just kind of didn't address anything that anybody really has a problem with, except for a couple things here and there. They ultimately just abandoned a lot of the community, and then they just fucked off, and they went silent for like a couple years, and then they released Mirage Arcane Warfare, and that was dead on arrival. In fact, if you are not somebody who knows what Mirage Arcane Warfare is, it is the game they made before Chivalry 2. Here's what happened. The game released about here, it appears, and no one fucking played it. And it went, let's see, it came out May 23rd, and it went a couple months of like sub 100 players globally. Yeah, you can see here, 22 people played it on July 27th. Then they released the game for free. You play it today, you get to keep it forever, right? And it hit 43,000 concurrent players. Okay, that's 43,000 people at least that have the game for free. And by the next day, it was at 12,000, and the day after that, it was at 500, and then it was dupe, then it was just gone. It was just dead. And then it was so dead, if we go to Torn Banner's website, it's not even listed on here. They took it off, and I know it was on here before. And you can't go to their forums anymore because they removed their forums. It's gone. It's gone. There's no more Mirage. I wonder if it's on their YouTube channel. Oh, it's still there. You can still go take a look. Anyway, the point of me bringing all this up is not to just slander Torn Banner, but rather to express to people how Torn Banner operates and why a promise like this should be taken very, very lightly. You should really just hold on. Don't get too excited. Don't take these promises as they're finally doing it this time, guys, because they've done that for years. This isn't a once or twice, this is a multiple occurrence over their entire span as a company. They have repeatedly let people down, not listened, they've done what they want, and worth talking about, I recently learned a couple things, like a group called Embracer Group, or Enforcer Group or something, they're a Swedish company. They bought Tripwire, who published Chivalry 2. Now, while this can't speak for Torn Banner's previous actions, I believe that what's happened is Torn Banner almost hit, like, closing as a company. They almost ran out of money when they made Mirage Arcane Warfare. And then, because they, almost went under, they signed every contract imaginable to try and save their company, and they were like, oh, we're making Chivalry 2. And that is why this game feels rushed, because they did rush it out the door. They have to meet all the contracts that they signed and all the things that they've accumulated. And there's a very large chance that somebody up top is just really greedy for money and nobody can do anything about it because they're under contract. It's very possible there are developers who want to do a good job with this game. Because the development team's so young and inexperienced, I feel like they're not really able to, do a fantastic job coding. And that's not to say that they're bad at their jobs, but I'm sure if they had more time, it might have been a little bit better. And the maps have just a design to them that's much easier to do than a well thought out one like Chivalry 1 had. They probably are just rushing this stuff out the door, and they're just trying to meet contractual obligations so they don't get sued or anything, because that shit happens. And while if that's true, I would feel bad for them because they're just sort of forced into a hole where they're constantly getting bashed by their community, like me. and they're not able to really do anything right, and they can't focus on anything important because they have to do the things that they're obligated to do, they also signed that contract. And whether or not, like, it's the contract holding them back or not, they still signed it. They had to have read it. They had to have known when they signed it that this is a possibility that could have happened, and that's where we're at now. Just in case you guys don't know, do you guys have any idea of how good the customization system is in Chivalry 1? You know what? I got an idea for a video. Why don't I make a video at some point in the near future where we compare Chivalry 1 to Chivalry 2, and we talk about why Chivalry 1 is almost an entirely better game. Not that it's like a straight up better game, it's got problems, but I think you guys be very surprised. And why don't we do that soon? Thanks so much for watching. New videos coming soon. We'll see what happens, and I hope I see you guys, soon, later, Bye-bye. Love ya.